Andy Roddick urges tennis to make dramatic rule chants when players are serving, and Martina Navratilova agrees. Now his podcast, Served by Andy Roddick, is one of the most intriguing and insightful listens, providing an opinion on the sport from someone who knows exactly what it takes to get and remain at the very top. So when he welcomed Martina Navratilova on to speak, their shared legacy could have told 1,000 stories. And yet, on this particular occasion, one of the main topics of conversation actually devolved into an issue they both share regarding tennis. Roddick was the first to propose a rule change to solve it, and Navratilova was keen to agree with his grievance. Speaking on his podcast, it was Roddick who started off their protestation, responding to Navratilova sharing her issue with players bouncing the ball too often before the serve. Roddick subsequently noted, "My version on your annoyance with 15 bounces before second serves is that, okay, there is 1 second left on the shot clock. And you know the hack the players have figured out? You literally toss the ball as high as I have tossed that pen, barely off the ground, and then the shot clock stops. I would have probably done it if I needed to, if I was playing, so I am not blaming them. But I had a conversation and I said, okay, is the toss part of the serve? Of course it is. It's a skill. If you toss the ball, you should not be able to catch it." Navratilova replied, "You should play the ball, or if you get the serve in before the shot clock expires, you can catch it, but if you are waiting with 1 second to go, too bad. It's a fault. I am one step further. If someone hits it to my backhand, I couldn't stop and say I didn't like that. The toss is literally the most underrated skill in the game, and it's like we just get do-overs." However, Roddick wasn't finished there, concluding, "I am one step further. If someone hits it to my backhand, I couldn't stop and say I didn't like that. The toss is literally the most underrated skill in the game, and it's like we just get do-overs." Interestingly, Wimbledon champion Iga Swiatek has been criticized for this exact problem as recently as June this year. During her win over Victoria Azarenka, she tossed the ball up to serve but opted not to strike it. This frustrated the Belarusian, who marched over to the umpire and claimed, "Every time it's the same story." She continued, "As soon as she's down in the game, she's taking her time, like over the time, and you're not checking every time." It's a viable tactic that, by all accounts, works. Swiatek shared a message on social media after Azarenka's outburst, indicating she was unbothered by the tirade. However, if Roddick and Navratilova had their way, Swiatek would have been punished in this instance.